Now a story you'll see only on 12 News, vetting vanity plates. It's no secret Rhode Islanders love their license plates.
But if you tried to get a custom one in the last 2 years, you've been fresh out of luck. So we wanted to know what brought the vanity plate program to a screeching halt and when it will start again.
Now the DMV declined our request for an on-camera interview, but we did learn it's unclear when you'll be able to apply for a new vanity plate in Rhode Island. You know them when you see them.
You have to self-identify.
But what if you want a vanity plate for yourself?
I don't know, maybe if it's a Rhode Island thing and it's an Italian thing.
Carl Default wants a plate to reflect his job as a wedding officiant. But when he logged on to the Rhode Island DMV website, he hit a speed bump and learned the state stopped taking new vanity plate applications about 2 years ago.
How much longer is this going to take?
A spokesperson for the DMV tells 12 News there is no timeline to bring the application process back. So what happened?
It's not my fault that they stopped the program.
Meet attorney Tom Lyons. Back in 2020, he took the state to court. At the center of the case, a plate that was meant to read fake gas, but that some interpreted as being profane. Lyons successfully argued the DMV's decision to revoke the plate was a violation of his client's free speech. In light of the judge's decision, the DMV put the brakes on the application process in 2021 and asked the public's input on new standards for the plates, but so far they have not put the wheels back in motion. A DMV spokesperson told 12 News, quote, in light of court decisions both locally and nationally, the Rhode Island DMV attorneys are drafting regulations that comply with those decisions to begin issuing new vanity plates. We have no estimate for when that process will be complete.
I assumed they were going to try and define what was considered offensive. That hasn't happened because, in fact, it's very difficult to do that.
It's not a problem that's unique to Rhode Island. In Maine, the state stopped vetting plates in 2015 after a similar court ruling, but just this year started once again pulling plates that could be considered vulgar, like one proclaiming a vegan's love of tofu. Some read it differently. There is no legal requirement that Rhode Island offer vanity plates, but Lyons thinks there is a way to bring them back.
I don't know why they're not letting people get vanity license plates. And if it's just because they're afraid, again, of one person calling up and complaining about one plate, and they're giving up millions of dollars of revenue as a result, at the very least, that's a bad business decision.
So how much revenue do those vanity plates generate? We'll bring you those numbers coming up tonight, new at 6.
Now to a story you'll see only on 12 News, vetting vanity plates. At 5, we told you there's no timeline for the state to reopen the application process for new vanity plates.
So we wanted to know what's changed and how much money these plates typically generate for the state. Back in 2014, this phlebotomist was proud to show us her vanity plate. And back then, the process to get one was pretty straightforward.
Probably reject about 100 plates annually. Anything that would be offensive to good taste and decency, and I've denied plenty of them. A lot of people will come in and they will appeal my decision by scheduling a meeting with me. I've had customers come in with their attorneys.
Well, in 2020, one of those attorneys took the DMV to court. At the center of the case, a plate meant to read fake gas, but that some interpreted as being profane. A judge agreed the DMV's decision to revoke the plate was a violation of the driver's free speech. The DMV put the brakes on the program in 2021, and 2 years later, a spokesperson says they are still working on new regulations, and there is no timeline for when the application process will reopen.
How much longer is this going to take?
Now people like Carl Default, who wants a vanity plate for his black Malibu, are fresh out of luck.
But I'd be very disappointed if we can't resolve whatever issue there is about having a vanity plate.
In the meantime, drivers who already have vanity plates can renew them, and we've learned out of more than 955,000 total registrations, there are more than 23,000 vanity plates in the Ocean State. According to data provided by the DMV from fiscal year 2018 to 2021, the vanity plate fee alone generated close to $2.3 million.
It's not my fault that they stopped the program.
Tom Lyons is the attorney who successfully argued the free speech case that resulted in the program going offline, and he admits it's a complicated situation for the DMV to navigate.
Oh, it's extremely difficult, and if you want an easy solution, you abolish vanity license plates.
Default is hopeful that doesn't happen.
I keep my fingers crossed, but I'm not holding my breath.
And a proposal to prohibit the DMV from charging extra fees to reissue vanity plates has been introduced in the House, but so far has not yet been scheduled for a hearing.